days in office.
Bills created makes schools across Georgia safer. Now law. Atlanta News First digs into the legislation.
And I just don't believe that a traffic violation should put you, me, and the rest of the public at risk.
Atlanta city leaders are demanding the state to rethink if that police chase is worth it on crowded streets.
Increased rain chances as we get closer to the weekend. I'll tell you when you could need that umbrella.
Atlanta News First starts now with breaking news.
Breaking now at 11, President Donald Trump is closing in on his first 100 days in office. I'm Blair Miller.
And I'm Carly Barnett. The president reaches that milestone tomorrow. And since taking office for a second term, President Trump has been laser focused on following through on his campaign promises.
That includes taking a tough stance on illegal immigration, empowering ICE to raid communities across metro Atlanta and the rest of the country, as well as imposing tariffs that in the long term could benefit American businesses. But right now, some people are worried about their retirement funds. Atlanta's First tonight has live team coverage for you on what the president has sought to accomplish during his first 100 days and its impact on you.
Let's go ahead and start with Atlanta News First. Alani Latang live in Swanee, where the Small Business Administration is applauding the president's actions. Alani?
Administrator Leffler, she is, and she says their goal continues to be leveling the playing field for small businesses. But small businesses say they're already seeing those price increases, especially on Chinese imports, where we know that's the highest tariffs. And those businesses say they don't know how long they can wait off and hold off from those imports from China, but they're going to do so as long as they can to not pass those costs off to their customers. From a manufacturing company who makes their products in the U.S. to a wholesaler who gets nearly all their products outside of the U.S.
We have all the shirts, all the hoodies, all the blank garments.
President Donald Trump marks 100 days in office Tuesday. Since taking office a second time, a trade war has resulted in 145% tariffs on Chinese imports. Eric Lee at Wholesaler Superline Network says about 50% of products come from China. Their latest shipment from China is ready, but they're holding off to avoid paying the higher tax.
But luckily for us, like there are other manufacturers like Shockware, they make stuff in Honduras. The taxes weren't as affected as much, so that's where we're loading up on that inventory instead.
In favor of a level playing field, whatever that looks like.
Lisa Winton, CEO of Winton Machine Company, makes machines for companies to bend metal tubing for things like chairs or pool entrance railings. She says she's not getting a lot from China, some electrical components. Adding increases in prices will have to be absorbed, but remains optimistic.
In the scheme of things, because we are making everything here, I'm hopeful that there's going to be a balancing act where that comes into play. It's just a lot of uncertainty right now.
Small Business Administrator Kelly Leffler spoke at Winton about the Trump administration's first 100 days. She says tariffs are about fair trade. When asked about her plan to help those struggling with tariffs right now, she says she's focused on cutting taxes for businesses.
Those small businesses would absolutely buckle under the weight of a tax increase.
Administrator Leffler says that this is an important time for negotiations with tariffs, but says this is only one piece of the Trump administration's long plan for businesses. Reporting live in Swanee, I'm Alani Latang, Atlanta News First.
Alani, thank you. And a recently released CBS News poll reveals many Americans are getting frustrated with how the president is handling the economy. Approval ratings have fallen nearly 10% in just over a month. News First anchor Joe Gorcho continues our team coverage.
Joe, you did not rely on those poll results we just mentioned. You went to real people asking them how the president's doing on issues like the economy and some other things.
And the way they expressed their opinions varied. Some just gave a thumbs up, some gave a thumbs down. Some people were more vocal about what they had to say, about how they feel about the presidency. It's hard to say whether the people we had a chance to speak with align with CBS's national polling. However, people are passionate about their views of this presidency.
He has not surprised us. He has not surprised me.
At Piedmont Park in Midtown, people did not shy away from expressing opinions on President Trump's first 100 days. Crystal Power is upset with administration policies that are against diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
Try to make us feel as though we don't belong in certain places, that we have the education, the experience, and the wherewithal to hold ourselves in.
Others are happy with the work so far.
Anything that he promised on the campaign trail that you feel he's delivering on right now?
Immigration is a big one, and cutting waste from the government. I think those are probably the two most effective parts of this campaign that he's delivering on right now.
On day one, that he was, like he was going to make sure he made everything better. It was a disaster.
A CBS News poll shows that most voters nationwide disapprove of Trump's second term. Voters believe the president does not spend enough time lowering prices, focusing too much on tariffs. And some of that unease created contentious moments at recent town halls in Georgia. At Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's town hall, 3 people were arrested and others were escorted out.
People back home in my district are thrilled with President Trump and his administration and so grateful for everything that they're doing. However, just like I said before, they're pretty frustrated at Congress because Congress doesn't seem to understand the mandate that was given in November.
And the recent CBS News polling shows some positives, and this includes the president's 56% approval rating for his actions and policies in deporting illegal immigrants. Bill Gorcho, Atlanta News First.
As you know, the president has several events planned this week as he celebrates his first 100 days in office. Atlanta News First will have updates for you on everything that happens, both on air here and on our free Atlanta News First app.
Now, First Alert weather with meteorologist Patrick Pete.
That high pressure has been keeping the skies nice and quiet today, but that high pressure system is pushing to the east. We'll see more of a southerly flow that's going to bring in a little bit more cloud cover and even a spotty rain chance tomorrow. Numbers right now still very warm out there. 71 degrees at Hartsville, Jackson, but you got the low to mid 60s once you start to leave the city. Slightly warmer the further south you go. I expect the night to be very mild. Most of us will start off the day tomorrow in the low to mid 60s, and we're expecting highs to climb into the low 80s tomorrow. Isolated chance for a pop-up tomorrow. I think we have a better shot of seeing some of those pop-ups Wednesday afternoon, and unfortunately we stay a little unsettled through Thursday with higher rain chances as we march closer to the weekend. I have that hour forecast Tuesday coming up.
Noon 11 tonight, some people forced out of their apartments are demanding more action from their soon-to-be landlords.
People from the Chelsea Gardens apartments in College Park rallied today. Those who spoke with Atlanta News First say they want to make sure the city upholds their end of the bargain that was reached last week, in which tenants received assurances they would have financial help when it came to moving out and finding somewhere else to live.
And there's still people looking for housing. There's still people who have not found anywhere to go, continuing to search and whatnot. Last time I was in there, it was really empty. Real empty. It looked real dirty, real dingy. Just like I couldn't even believe I lived there for 3 years.
Residents are also demanding a meeting with the owners of Chelsea Gardens.
Happening tomorrow, diversity returns to a school district east of Atlanta. Officials at City Schools of Decatur say it will reinstate DEI policies that were amended and rescinded about 2 weeks ago. The decision is expected to happen tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 at the Wilson Center on Electric Avenue. Atlanta News First has been on top of the story since it began. We were inside this April 15th meeting when a parent was tossed out for calling the board cowards for rescinding the policies. Our crew returned to the district a few days later when officials explained why they rescinded the policies.
Happening tomorrow, a ribbon cutting for one of the most divisive construction projects in Metro Atlanta. The Atlanta Public Safety Training Center officially opens tomorrow. Police officers, firefighters, and other first responders will all use the facility. Officials say the center replaces outdated facilities. Opponents of the center say its construction destroyed some much-needed green space.
The site is also where Manuel Tehran was shot and killed more than 2 years ago during a protest. Investigators claim Tehran shot a Georgia State Patrol trooper in the leg. Troopers returned fire on the 26-year-old. Tehran's parents have filed a lawsuit seeking damages and now demanding a jury trial.
Tonight, schools across Georgia will soon have new life-saving tools. Governor Brian Kemp signed a slew of bills into law. One of them requires panic buttons to be installed in your child's school. State lawmakers made school safety one of their top priorities following the deadly shooting last year at Appalachia High School. 2 students and 2 educators were killed. This new law is partially named after Richard Aspinwall, one of the teachers who died that day.
The governor also signed what's considered one of the most restrictive transgender rights bills in the nation. It bans transgender girls from competing in female sports at all levels. Transgender athletes also cannot use bathrooms and locker rooms that they identify with. The race to replace Governor Kemp could gain a new contender.
Former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms filed paperwork with the state to establish a campaign committee. Now, this does not mean that Bottoms is officially running. In a statement, she called it an important administrative step in this journey. Last week, State Senator Jason Estevez became the first Democrat to enter the governor's race. Republican Attorney General Chris Carr is also in the running. Governor Brian Kemp cannot run for a 3rd term due to term limits.
More like Atlanta. That's what senators are saying to the rest of the state regarding police pursuit policies. The request follows a deadly chasing crash within city limits involving Georgia State Patrol troopers. Investigators say 19-year-old Cooper Shanky was killed by a woman accused of running a red light while being chased by State Patrol troopers. And then Nnews first spoke with a spokesperson for the National Police Accountability Project. The group supports new legislation going through the Atlanta City Council. And it calls on state troopers to follow 3 rules once a suspect they're chasing enters the city of Atlanta.
And I just don't believe that a traffic violation should put you, me, and the rest of the public at risk.
The resolution cannot require the state to change its policies, only suggest it happens. The full councils expect to vote on it next week.
Tonight, police east of Atlanta are searching for the person who shot and killed 2 men inside of a townhouse. This happened along Longman Way in Stone Mountain. Investigators say police used a ladder to rescue multiple people on the 2nd floor of the unit. 3 of those people were taken to the hospital.
A chance at the American dream from Metro Atlanta educators.
We'll tell you where the home of a mayor who made history is now being converted into affordable housing.
Secret meetings created to pick the next pope are about to happen. Noon 11, when Cardinals will gather to choose Pope Francis's successor.
This is when we first alert.
6 to 8 days out next week, we have 2 first alert weather days.
This is where we first alert.
Old National, East Pleasant Hill, Castle Grove. It is just past along the road.
This is how we first
We
alert.
can tell you precisely where this tornado is. 727. That's in 4 minutes. You need to be in your safe spot.
And this is why we first alert.
We are going to be on the air with you every step of the way.
Chevy makes affordable vehicles that help you enjoy life. Get more for less in the Chevy Trails. Maximize every mile in the all-electric Equinox. And power through in the capable Colorado. Enjoy endless possibilities.
We're doing that.
Your new Chevy. The 2025 Trax, starting at $21,795. Georgia Drive Chevy.
It's 9 o'clock at night. The Cool Ray Tech just fixed the AC, and the baby is finally asleep. Your house is at peace. You're not getting a hotel room. You're not calling the in-laws. Because you called Cool Ray, and now you have Mama's gonna sleep good tonight, peace of mind. Cool Ray's 24-hour service team when you need it most. Anytime, any day. Cool Ray, your peace of mind pros.
Now, first alert weather with meteorologist Patrick Pete.
Hey, I'm starting off fairly dry as we head into the early hours tomorrow, but I do expect more cloud cover to build into the area as those winds start to shift to come out of the south. Even a spotty shower possible as we head into the afternoon, but we're going to 20%. You can see the coverage is not widespread. There will be way more of you who see no rain than see those spotty showers tomorrow. We trend drier as we head into the evening. Essentially, we lose the heating of the day, and that will essentially take away most of the energy. I still expect some breaks in the clouds, and that should send temperatures closer to the 80-degree mark as we head into the afternoon. But I think it's going to be fairly dry as Kendrick Lamar and SZA hit the stage tomorrow at Mercedes-Benz Stadium at 7 o'clock. Temperatures are going to be falling into the 70s, comfortably in the mid-70s by the time the concert's over.
Tonight, there's information in the trial of 2 men accused of murder along the Beltline.
Police officers revealed how they were able to track down the suspects.
Because we had so much camera footage, we were actually able to track the path of not only the victim, but of what we believe to be persons of interest and related to the incident. So the individuals that we saw at this car kind of stood out to us as because we knew that wasn't the person who had originally driven the car. Therefore, we consider that an entering auto. So that kind of drew our attention to these three individuals because there was a crime that had been committed in that area.
Prosecutors say Brandon Williams and Demetrius Ross shot and killed 60-year-old Thomas Arnold. His body was found in 2022. Tomorrow, Cobb County voters will decide their next leaders in their local government. A special election is being held for county commission seats in Districts 2 and 4. Republican Alicia Adams takes on former state representative Eric Allen in District 2. In District 4, incumbent Democrat Monique Sheffield squares off against Republican Matthew Hardwick. Polls open at 7 a.m. Only people who live in either district will be able to vote. The process to elect a new pope begins in about 2 weeks.
Today, the Vatican announced the conclave to select Pope Francis' successor will begin on May 7th. This sacred event will happen inside the Sistine Chapel. That is where the College of Cardinals will gather and vote. There's no timeline for how long it will take the group to reach a decision. Back in 2013, though, it took only 28 hours to choose Pope Francis. The world will know the college's decision based on the smoke released in the air following each vote. The black smoke means no new pope. White smoke means a successor has been chosen.
New at 11, the site of the country's most recent school shooting is open. Florida State University reopened the student union where 2 weeks ago 2 people were killed and 6 others were injured. Students embraced each other after a moment of silence.
I'm really glad they did something that was purposeful and something that you could, bring your friends to as well to kind of relish in that experience together.
Investigators say a student was the suspected shooter. According to police, he used his mother's personal handgun. A group of Metro Atlanta students from Drew Charter School were on campus at the time. None of them were injured.
Affordable housing that serves 2 purposes is being built here in Atlanta. The childhood home of Atlanta's first black mayor will now house employees of Spelman College. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens was present for that ribbon cutting that took place here outside Maynard Jackson Jr.'s home. That home was built by the former mayor's father. In addition to serving as a home office, it also gave university students and black families a place to call home. And now it will return to its roots.
In my previous home, my rent jumped up to $22.50 a month, which was completely unaffordable for me in my current field. And I really, have been dreaming of owning a home for forever.
6-stage Spelman College faculty members will live in the building. Maynard Jackson Jr. served as Atlanta's 54th and 56th mayor.
The tickets to the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway are going fast, and you don't want to miss your opportunity to win the home of your dreams. This brand new home is state-of-the-art with 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a 2-car garage, and this is my favorite part, a built-in Wi-Fi coffee maker. There's also a brand new Billy Howell Ford 2025 Maverick pickup truck valued at $28,000. It's roomy, full-size, 4-door with a generous truck bed, and it rides like an SUV. The Dream Day Foundation also sponsored a Visa gift card for $10,000, plus a $5,000 grocery gift card from Academy Mortgage, powered by Guild. And you're qualified to win all of it when you buy your $100 ticket tonight. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen for more details, or log on to AtlantaNewsFirst.com.
Now, your First Alert Weather Super 7-day forecast.
And unfortunately, rain chances are coming back into the forecast as we enter the next couple of days. There's going to be a lot of dry time in there, but the First Alert Weather app is going to be your friend, especially the next couple of days, because we're dealing with pop-ups. That means that they're going to pop up and flare up, and the First Alert Weather app will tell you where those storms are, tell you lightning's at 11.8 miles away, and keep you informed. Not expecting most of us to get that alert tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of dry time, only a spotty shower or 2. Temperatures should climb closer to the 80-degree mark as we head into the afternoon. I think Wednesday is going to be a little bit more of an active period for us, specifically the afternoon. We're dry for the start of the day, partly cloudy skies. I think as we get closer to 2, 3 o'clock, things start to bubble over. This is almost that summertime pattern here. We got southerly flow. It's going to be bringing in more moisture, cloud cover, and unfortunately, the heating of the day just kind of destabilizes everything, and we start to see these trends unfold. So as we get past 7 o'clock and the sun sets, we start to lose those rain chances, and we turn drier through the overnight. We're expecting a better chance for scattered showers moving to the forecast on Saturday. Looks like the model is updating. That's fine. Rain will be more likely Friday, but some of the guidance hinting that this could stick around into Saturday. And by the time this is all over, we're talking about roughly a half inch to an inch of widespread rain through Sunday. So not really concerned about flooding. If you joined us earlier today and you're just joining us tonight, just as a last check-in, you'll notice we've added that 30% chance of showers for Saturday because as we were mentioning all afternoon, a lot of the guidance that we were getting was hinting that that rain chance could stick around as that boundary stalls. And we're starting to see our confidence increase. So at least some showers are possible earlier in the morning. If we were looking to make plans to be outside this weekend, Sunday's going to be the better pick.
The Atlanta Braves with an opportunity to return to 500 this series, facing one of the worst teams in MLB. And the dream season is nearly here. The team with preseason underway with a lot of new faces.
Ken Nugent, Attorneys at Law, is a proud sponsor of Atlanta News First Books to Kids.
Injured in an accident? It's true what they say. All law firms are not the same. Hiring the right one can make a huge difference in the outcome of your case and how much money you receive. At Malik Injury Attorneys, we have a 40-year track record of winning cases big and small. Our team of experienced accident attorneys will fight hard for your rights so you can focus on, well, you. If you want more money, Malik Injury Attorneys is the right choice for you.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 3.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional grade.
Stop hitting the bag. Listen to it.
When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable.
Let's take another look at our financial data.
You got it. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking.
Hartsfield-Jackson serves more travelers than any airport in the world. And we've offered some of the lowest parking rates in the country for years. Starting May 1st, those rates are changing slightly. So we can continue to offer the convenience, safety, and access you count on. Closest to the terminal, easiest way to park. Still the best deal in the city.
We had a sinking feeling our foundation was shifting. Then Mac with the jack fixed it. Now we're really sunk.
UED experts at Engineered Solutions of Georgia. Our expertise is unmatched. So are our foundation solutions. Schedule your free inspection.
All law firms are not the same. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
The Braves are 12-15 and headed into a series against the Rockies, who sit as the worst team in baseball, having won 4 games this season. A great opportunity to return to 500 for the home team. Bryce Elder on the mound for Game 1 in Colorado, and 12 pitches in. Hunter Goodman goes high and deep for the 3-run homer in the bottom of the first. Less than an ideal start. Alex Verdugo has been stepping up in a big way. He gets the Bravos on the board with an RBI single to left, and the team just starts to chip away. Head to the top of the 4th. Nick Allen right here. It ain't very pretty, but a swinging bunt. It gets it done to tie it all up at 3. Then we head to Money Mike at the plate. Top of the 5th. Smacks a 2 RBI double. Makes it 5-3. This one just wrapped up as the Braves get the win, 6-3. The team also making a flurry of moves. Atlanta signed outfielder Eddie Rosario to a major league contract. It optioned struggling outfielder Jared Kelenic to AAA Gwinnett. In addition, righty Ian Anderson was claimed off waivers on Sunday. The Braves traded Anderson to the Angels at the end of spring training, but he was DFA'd by the Halos last week. And good news for when the Braves return home on Friday. That is a Braves on Gray game, meaning you can tune into Peachtree TV to watch the Braves face the Dodgers. First pitch set for 7:15. Watch live from the Chop starting at 6:30. To the hardwood now, as the new look at Atlanta Dream tried to cultivate some team chemistry in the early days of training camp. Tuesday offering us another extended look at two first-time Dreamers, three-time gold medalist and six-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Griner getting acclimated with her new teammates and new coach. As innovator Carl Smesko comes over from Florida Gulf Coast in the off-season after a summer of change and feeding off so much new energy, BG says she's starting to feel better than ever.
I'm feeling younger here, honestly. I'm starting to feel a little old, but I'm feeling young. They believing in me, and I mean, that's all you can ask for. Like, you get this many years underneath your belt, and people still believing in you and telling you you can do it, it just feels good.
Her practice habits are great. Her willingness to help other people has been wonderful. She's just been a tremendous teammate so far.
Love to see it. To the Falcons, General Manager Terry Fontenot wasted no time going big in this year's draft to overhaul a defense that finished 23rd in total defense and 31st in sacks last season. In fact, the team double-dipped on safeties with Xavier Watson, Billy Bowman. Bowman out of Oklahoma was a first-team All-Big 12 pick in 2023 after finishing tied fourth in the FBS with 6 interceptions and leading the FBS with 3 pick sixes.
If you don't enjoy watching him play, then you just don't like football. He flies around, tough, smart, extremely athletic, really versatile. I know Briggs talked about our vision of him playing in that nickel and all the things he can do there, whether he's a pressure player, whether he's covering people or playing the run, takes the ball away at a high rate.
So what's next for the Falcons this month? It will be rookie minicamp. The team will get some of those guys in here on May 9th. The first day of organized team activities is set for May 27th, which is voluntary, and then mandatory minicamp near the middle of June. Lots to look towards on both sides of the ball with this team. As is for your sports, we'll be back.
Catch today's Braves highlights tomorrow. Braves Fastball, noon on Peachtree TV.
Get a great deal on a powerful Ram heavy-duty Ram 1500 motor transmission. Live drive of the year.
Get 3.9% financing for 72 months, plus owners or lessees of selected competitive vehicles. Get $6,000 total bonus cash on the 2025 Ram 1500. See your Atlanta Ram dealer today.
Now for a limited time, get 20% off your entire home project on windows, roofing, or siding at Pinnacle Home Improvements. Take advantage of this limited time offer. Act now and get 20% off your entire project.
At Carrabba's Italian Grill, every dish tells a story. Lasagna's always been special to me and my family. It's all the flavors you could ask for in one bite. So come celebrate at your local Carrabba's and enjoy our one-of-a-kind lasagna.
My name is Tiana Huggabook. I was involved in a motor vehicle accident. My car rolled over and flipped 3 times. I had fractured my spinal cord. I was unable to move my legs. It was very devastating. The reason I contacted Morgan & Morgan was I wanted to fight for myself. I wanted to be able to provide for my kids after losing everything that I did have. I heard of Morgan & Morgan, but never ever thought I'd be put in a predicament where I had to use them. They want to make sure that you and your family are well taken care of. I'm very happy with what I received.
Where to go and what to do in Huntsville, Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweet spots.
The journey to better health starts with the right pathway. Georgia Pathways is a free healthcare coverage option designed just for Georgians. It covers doctor visits, prescriptions, and more. Healthcare coverage shouldn't be a stressor. Your path to affordable healthcare can start here. Get on the path to better health. Visit pathways.georgia.gov to learn more and apply today.
When you plan your next flight, you should plan to park at Park ATL Select, the best kept secret at the airport. Only 5 minutes from your car to the terminal. Park ATL Select. It's close and convenient. Best of all, you can reserve a covered spot, so you never have to circle the lot. Online reservations at Park ATL Select. Close, convenient, and covered airport parking. Reserve your spot today at myparkatl.com.
Get a great deal on a powerful Ram Heavy Duty or Ram 1500 Motor Trend 2025 Truck of the Year. Get 3.9% financing for 72 months, plus owners or lessees of selected competitive vehicles. Get $6,000 total bonus cash on the 2025 Ram 1500. See your Atlanta Ram dealer today.
Pinnacle Home Improvement, your home exterior remodeling experts for your windows, roofing, and siding needs.
Now, first alert weather with meteorologist Patrick Pete.
Braves are back in town as we get closer to Friday. They're taking on the Dodgers, and if you have tickets to go to the game on Friday, just be prepared. There's going to be some showers around. Also going to be watching for the potential for some thunder, especially later in the evening. That could cause a delay. So you want to stick with us as we continue to fine-tune that forecast. Still several days away, so things could shift a little bit. Something that has shifted is the chance for some showers earlier in the day Saturday. I do think, though, by the time we're at first pitch, we are drier, partly cloudy skies and comfortable temperatures through the evening. Sunday is for sure the easy pick. If you're looking to take the kids to the game, Sunday's the best day to do it.
Tonight, some good news for a local Army veteran whose service dog was killed by a car.
The company that trained the animal presented the veteran with another dog. Top Dog Canine in Lilburn surprised Carrie Porter with a dog named Hayden. Porter is legally blind and has PTSD. She says having Hayden will give her the freedom that she lost after an accident with her previous dog.
The fact that he can go everywhere with me is a big deal. Bruno went with me to 3 different VA facilities, and if you've ever been to the VA, it is not a walk in the park.
Well, this is truly a family affair because Porter's new dog is the brother of the dog that was killed last month.
That is the best part to that bond there. Thanks so much for making Atlanta News First, your choice for News 11.
You can join our morning team starting at 4:30. Have a good night.